Hi, my name is Claudine of Solitaire Publishing, and today's presentation is called Currency Confusion. When you travel to a foreign country, one of the considerations you're going to be needing is to change money into the currency of the country to which you are traveling. And so questions arise. Should you be taking cash or traveler's checks on your trip? Should you use your ATM debit or credit card to obtain foreign currency or to make purchases in that country? And when and where should you change money in order to get the best possible exchange rate? Obtaining foreign currencies can be both bewildering and frustrating. Traveler's checks offer the safety of being replaced if lost or stolen. However, they may not be accepted everywhere. They'll incur higher transaction fees, and also you may get a poorer exchange rate if you change traveler's checks into the foreign currency than cash. ATM, debit, and credit cards offer the best possible exchange rate because you get the same rate that banks extend to each other. However, you will need to check the availability of ATM machines in the country or countries you plan on visiting. And you'll also need to make sure that you've checked the logo on the back of your ATM card to see what kind of machine that you'll need to use and whether those machines will be compatible or available in that country, whether they're Cirrus or Plus, etc. Definitely question your bank as to what the transaction fees are, the currency conversion fees, and ATM non-customer fees will be as far as your use in that country. These can all add up. Your best bet is to make a few large withdrawals, keeping the money safe while you travel in either neck or waist safes. And debit cards can be used, but they shouldn't if you're concerned about identity theft because of your PIN being accessible. And credit cards can also work in ATM machines, but it's considered a cash advance, which is very expensive, so you really want to avoid that. You do want to try to use credit cards for large purchases such as hotels, car rentals, transportation, train tickets, etc., bearing in mind that most add 1 to 3% as a foreign transaction fee. However, Capital One is one of the credit cards that does not charge a foreign transaction fee, so you may want to get a Capital One card for your travels. It's usually best to change money at major banks at the destination. However, on my recent trip to Europe, I found that a lot of the banks were locked unless I had an ATM card to swipe for entry into the lobby. So I did end up using exchange bureaus at various locales, checking around for the most favorable rates. And hotels will often change money for you, sometimes at a higher rate. On arrival, you may need to have some ready currency. You don't want to get there at midnight and not have any money at all to buy a meal or to take the train somewhere. So check the currency exchange rate at xe.com and know that the rate changes daily, but at the same time you want to have a base figure to work from. And then read current guidebooks and articles on the destination to obtain the recommendations of recent travelers. They can provide the inside scoop as to the best places to change monies. Some currencies can be purchased at major U.S. banks ahead of time, and you can also order currency online at foreignmoney.com and ezforex.com. They don't charge any transaction fee, just shipping, which is about $10 to $15. Some countries accept U.S. dollars, such as the Bahamas, Belize, many Caribbean islands, South American and African countries. Some accept dollars, but you'll be paying more for goods and services than if you change money into the local currency. So you want to carry with you a calculator to make sure that you can check that you're not getting ripped off. Some countries want U.S. dollars because their currency is weak. And again, guidebooks and tour company recommendations will surely alert you to this situation. For example, my trip to Peru, I was advised to carry crisp $1 bills or small denomination bills for use in Peru. And for Kenya and Tanzania, only bills that were of 2002 series or later would be accepted. So that's all valuable information to know ahead of time, not to get there and not be able to even spend your money or buy your purchases or buy transportation. Never buy currency from street vendors or black market exchanges, and try and plan your budget so that you can wisely choose the amount to change, avoiding leftover money that would have to be changed back, again incurring the transaction fee or commission. A few airports and train stations have charity bins that will relieve travelers of their useless change, and thereby you're contributing to the local nonprofit organizations in that country. You can also donate your leftover change to UNICEF, Change for Good program, 125 Maiden Lane, New York, New York, 10038, and support children in need around the world. The bottom line is, know you're always going to lose a little bit when you travel, but don't let it spoil your trip. Bon voyage.